Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video, and what I got for today's video is yet another discussion video. And for today's discussion, we're going to be talking about the possibility of the Seven working for or enemies of Galactus. Now, I really didn't think about this theory much up until we got the Victory Royale glider for season 4, which I'm currently using. And as you can see on the top, you see that black with the red glow on it. Looks really similar, right? Now, the skin I'm currently using right now, which is Paradigm, and the Visitor, and the Scientist, who is the secret skin of the season 10, all have that same look on their face. And if you look on the skin itself, it kind of has that similar look to it. Now, the question is, are they enemies or are they allies? Real quick while we deal with this rude bot. It's got to be a bot. There's no way. Bruh. Okay. Now, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by that bot. There's a lot of evidence that points to it being allies and enemies. The reason I would say they're allies is because of the look of the skin. They look awfully a lot like Galactus, and I could see that possibly being how the Chapter 1 storyline connects with Chapter 2 in a way of the Seven were sent out by Galactus as heralds, like the Silver Surfer was if you ever watched Fantastic Four 2. And so the Seven were possibly sent out into other dimensions or to other worlds to try to find power or planets for Galactus to consume. And I feel like possibly the Visitor, who of course arrived in the meteor that crashed into Dusty Depot in season 4, could possibly be that answer as to why he came, was because of the 0 point, obviously, which a lot of us have kind of already figured out, and why he either wanted to use it to give it to Galactus. But that also leads to the question as to why did they destroy it? Now, that's another thing. We think it's destroyed, but according to some interviews with Donald Mustard, the 0 point wasn't destroyed. What happened to the 0 point was that it was used to basically reform and remodel this map. So the 0 point still exists. The 0 point is still a thing. It wasn't destroyed. So that just leads to so many other questions as to why the Seven either attempted to destroy it, or like Donald Mustard said in his latest interview, the black hole event is what got Galactus's attention to come to the Chapter 2 map. So either the Seven could have been allies and knew that that was the only way to signal Galactus to come to the map to consume the 0 point, or they were maybe defectees, or they were enemies of Galactus and they truly wanted to destroy it so that Galactus would never find it. Now, I do believe that is why the Seven is going to be reintroduced into this storyline to kind of, fit those puzzle pieces together so that we'll be able to understand, okay, they are allies or they're enemies. Now, I personally would love for them to be enemies. That way we can have, kind of have the Seven as the good guys in this. But I wouldn't mind it if they were bad guys either, because all I want is just a really good storyline for Fortnite. I think that's what made Chapter 1 so amazing, was the storyline that it had, though at times it was a bit odd. So I do truly believe if they do bring the Seven back in this way, or the Seven does have any relations or connections to Galactus, that it will, one, make the storyline really, really good, and it will piece together the Chapter 1 and the Chapter 2 storyline, which I think is going to be fantastic for this game just in general, and just also will be just cool in itself. I mean, we've been playing this game for 2.5 going on 3 years. We've been playing this game for 3 years, and we've had the Seven, or we've known of the Seven, for about 2 years, maybe a little bit more than that. So for us to kind of get back into the Seven, I think that's what also led us to have some really great memories of Chapter 1 with the meteor, that really impacted the game. We found the Seven inside the meteor that was sent by we don't know. I truly think that'll possibly bring some fun and a bit of nostalgia back to the game. And like I said, here's another look at the glider. If you look at the glow on the back of the shoulder with the skin and you look at the top of the glider, to me, I don't think that's a coincidence. I really don't think Fortnite is all about the coincidences and all the other type of stuff, especially when it involves the story. I think that Fortnite knows what they're doing, and I truly think that either the Paradigm, the Visitor, or the Scientist, or even the other 7, because we don't know who the other 7 are. We don't know who else is these secret visitors or the secret group who they're either defectees of Galactus, or they work for Galactus, or something completely different altogether. I just don't think that's so coincidence for them to have something look so similar. So I do think that this is major to the storyline, and I truly think that the 7, like I said, it has something to do with Galactus. I don't see how it doesn't have anything to do with Galactus, with the fact that Galactus is kind of leading into the main point of this whole chapter 2 storyline, and we've had instances of the 7 being teased in trailers for this chapter. If we recall back to the season 2 trailer with the secret agents, when Bush Ranger was standing by the tree, there was a carving of the 7. I think Fortnite was teasing at stuff for the future, because you know they love to do that. They love to tease for future things. I actually believe that's what it was. It was just one of those things that we just had to catch the attention to, or we had to catch it, and I think that it's going to be something that's going to be great. I really hope that the 7 somehow do possibly show up in the Season 4 live event. Maybe help out the Avengers. Maybe it leads into Season 5, or for all we know, this could be a completely new chapter that's going to be introduced. We still don't know yet. I know people are saying, and I'll kind of agree to it as well, that, oh well, we've only had 4 seasons in this chapter, and we've only had this map for a year. I agree, but it's not to say that this chapter can only last 1 year, because yeah, we had chapter 1 that lasted about 2 years, but I don't think that sets the foundation of, hey, every chapter has to be 2 years. We could have chapters and we could have a different map every year or every 2 years. We don't know. So I think it's kind of doubtful that this will lead into a new chapter, but I'm not ruling out the possibility that this isn't going to introduce a new chapter with it, because I think with the fact that Galactus devours worlds, to me that's something that might lead into us getting either new locations, hopefully, because if we look at the map, really the only new thing that we've ever gotten was Coral Castle, and then all this, but this has only been around for half a season, or almost the whole season, because this arrived maybe 2 weeks after the season started. But Coral Castle, yeah, we've had Fortilla, we've had the Grotto, we've had the yacht, but those locations only lasted a season. It wasn't something that lasted for the rest of the time of this map, like Paradise Palms, like all the snow biome places like Frosty Flights, Happy Hamlet. It wasn't places like that. So I truly believe that this is going to be impactful, and I truly believe that the 7 and Galactus are somehow, some way connected. I think the fact that Galactus, the way it looks, you look in the comics and you look at the shows, Galactus has had so many different looks throughout the comics and throughout the shows, that for the look of Galactus to look like the Visitors, to look like the Scientist, Paradigm, I just think it's not a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence, and I think it's something that's really going to be a huge part of the storyline, and I'm really excited to see what Fortnite does with it and what direction they decide to take this, because I think it's something that's, like I said multiple times throughout this video, I think it's something that's going to be fantastic and great, and I'm hyped for it. They said that this season event is going to be the biggest season event that they've ever had. They said it's going to change Fortnite for the future. So to me, that gives me a lot of hope at the future of Fortnite, because I think we all can agree that this chapter, and I think a lot of the reasons why we don't like this map, is because of how stale and how utterly dry and boring it's been without content. I think this has been the first season that's truly had good and decent content, because chapter 1, 120 days, dry content. Chapter 2, over 120 days. Kind of sort of not dry, but yet kind of sort of at the same time that it's been kind of boring. I think we can agree. Bruh. hell are you shooting at? But we all can agree that these the first two seasons of the chapter were insanely dry and were insanely boring. And by the time we got season 3, which was a bit of a change, it was a good fresh of constant map changes with the water going down. But other than that, it's been insanely dry and boring. And I think that's why people hate this chapter's map. And I know you have a lot of people who are like, stop complaining, it's a new map, you guys wanted a new map, you got a new map, and now you can't stop complaining. Like, I can understand if people are complaining about it, because though I'm the type of person that I'm patient, I'll give something a chance. I'll give it a solid shot, you know, just to show me what you got, show me what you can do. And I gave that for chapter 2, and I think after the first 2 seasons I was fed up with it. I really it was almost dreading playing on this map every day with no fresh content, with no new locations. It just got insanely boring, as well as the loot pool to start chapter 2. I can understand, you know, starting it simple for like the first season, or for maybe a couple months since the season lasted so damn long. But after time, I mean, come on, like, you gotta throw some new stuff in there. So I guess to kind of end this discussion out, I do believe that the visitors paradigm, as we were playing with, like I said right here, and the scientists do have a relation with each other. What that relation is, we don't know. That's yet to be found out. I do think they're either allies or enemies. I guess that's really the only way you can have it, or they're just somehow two parties that have yet to meet. We don't know, but I think it's way too connected, way too similar to something not to be, you know, connected somehow, some way. But I'm excited to see what Fortnite does with it. I really strongly feel like the Seven are coming back. Like I said, how they're coming back, we don't know. That's yet to be determined. But I think it'll be very, very interesting to see how it turns out, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Fortnite does with it, and we're just gonna have to wait and find out. I mean, the season ends in less than 3 weeks. Yeah, the season ends in around 3 weeks, so I think by then we're gonna really find out, hey, is my theory true, and what this somehow means for Fortnite. If it's the end of a chapter, are we gonna get a new map? Who knows? All that is yet to be found out. So that's pretty much it. I have an RPG, so I hope he comes.
Knocked.
Kill the other one.
Shit.
Oh, they got my babies and I can't pick them up. Yo, ooh, shit, there's somebody right here. Cracked one down there.
Dude, I can't fly right now. I'm lagging so bad.
24 white on the one down there. $23 white. We just need to kill him. He has an RPG.
Oh.
12.
27 blue.
What? How?
Dead.
Bro. $29 on the one over here. Knocked one.
Nice. Oh, I hit that 129. He has no more shield. Me and Bear can focus this one. Yep. Probably healing right now. Probably back here.
Oh. He's trying to raise. Cracked it. Cracked it, Jennifer Walters. Yo, what the fuck? I'm getting beamed. I'm getting beamed.
Got him. Nice. Oh, this guy's low.
Right in front of you guys. I just dropped him down. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Let's go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. That's what we're talking about. I had
Back to back to
7
back.
assists, bro, and 1 kill.